So here in Tinkercad, I have my refined design for the circuit and the code for the refined design of my robot. I'm using an ultrasonic distance sensor and a black and white sensor. Tinkercad doesn't have a black and white sensor, or more specifically a TCOT 5000 sensor. So I have to use a wire switch will be the same as the TCOT 5000 has an input value of 0 or 1. I have my pins defined and I have my pins set up for the code. So my pin modes for my motor's directions, my speed, the analog right was set to motor speed. The infrared, which is the black and white sensor, as an input, red LED as output, and my trigger and echo pin for my distance sensor. I'll come back to the void loop in a sec. If void forward is when the robot's going forward. As you can see, motor A1 is high, same with motor B1. So the motors be going in one direction, as motor A2 and motor B2 set to low. And digital right red LED set to low, so the LED won't be on. The void rotate, motor A2 and motor B1 is set to high, so motor A2 would be going in a different direction, while motor B1 would be going the same direction when it goes into that, when that code's executed. I have the long DIS distance for my ultrasonic distance sensor, so the digital write of the trig pin with the delay of microseconds will send out pulses from the trig pin, and the echo pin is set as an input. When the ultrasonic pulses bounce off an object and into the echo pin, it would be an input. And I have my rewrite equation for the centimeters. So in a void loop, I have two different integers, an input and black and white. Input is the echo pin, while the digital, while infrared, the black and white is the infrared, the black and white sensor. So it will start out in state 1, the robot will go forward as usual. If the distance goes less than 30 or black and white is detected, it will go into state 2. If state 2 is, if it's equal to state 2, the robot will rotate until the distance is less than 50 centimeters. The reason I have it at 50 centimeters is it will detect 50 centimeters at a longer distance, so at least the robot will go forward. It will. And we'll go back into state 1, which means the robot will go forward, and this will loop. So now I will demonstrate it. So as you can see, in state 1, both motors are going in the same direction. If I bring it down to 30, see, the problem with Tinkercad is I need to turn the wire switch on to bring it into state 2. If this was an actual sensor, it will be an or statement, but for this is acting like a double AND, because this wire switch is not an actual sensor, it's just a switch. So is it input, it is that I have to do myself. But as you can see, the LED is now on, and the motors are going in different directions, as you can see. That's just one problem with this digital twin. Now I need to turn the black and white off. Still in state 2, as you can see, even though my distance basically is on the edge now, because it's detecting way further than it should be in the arena until it detects something that's if when the ultrasonic distance sensor is less than 50 centimeters away from a wall or an object, it would go back into state one. So detects a wall has problem due to this wire switch. Turn the wire switch on, LEDs on. I have to take this out. Motor's going in a different direction. Turn this off. Distance is less than 50. It's back in state one now. And that's the digital twin for the circuit and code for the refined design of my robot.